dark. I just wanted to come on here and do a Q&A. All questions are $5. Send it to my Cash App or put it on the chat. I'm gonna wait for some of you to come in. And when you come in, click like for me, guys. Hope everybody is doing well. Oh my God. It is pouring in New York. It is pouring here. Let me go to the live chat on my, I'm going to try to wait for some people to come in before I start talking. Basically, if you have any questions on chosen one or narcissism, the questions are $5. You can put it on the chat or you can send it to my Cash App. And I will answer your question on the live. Let me see, turn this down. I'm just waiting for some more people to come in. Let me see. Click like for me on the chat when you come in, please, guys. Let me see, hold on. Thank you for the like. I'm just putting my information in the chat before I start talking. Hold on a minute. All right, so my information is in the chat. If you have any questions about chosen one journey or narcissism, you send $5 to my Cash App or to my Zelle, and I'll answer your question. Put your name in the memo on Cash App. But if not, if you have it here on the chat, just put the question in the chat, on the chat, basically. Well, what I do want to talk about, I keep seeing weird comments. I don't know if it's from people who are demons or what's going on with them, right? It could be. I try to ignore the comments that I see, but the number one thing that I see that people keep saying about chosen ones is chosen ones are really narcissists. And don't get me wrong, I've come across a couple of narcissists that are playing chosen ones on TikTok and playing chosen ones on YouTube. So there are some people who are narcissistic who are pretending, and they have YouTube channels and they have TikTok accounts and all kind of accounts. And it's funny because there's a lot of your favorite content creators. It's the ones with thousands of views, thousands of followers. That's what's interesting. That I find that is a fake spiritualist and the fake religious people, the fake chosen ones are the ones that are really making money, So I guess Satan really does look out for his people pretty much. I also got another question on my TikTok where this woman said, how come when people come into the chosen one's life, she feels as if their money increases, their life increases, but as soon as they leave her, they're doing better than her. I'm going to tell you why that happens. Hold on a minute. I got to pull my fan closer to me because it's hot as hell. Okay. So here's why I think that happens, because I experienced that too. I think a lot of chosen ones have spiritual blockages. This is something that I noticed, and I'm somebody who has spiritual blockages. And one of my spiritual blockages is finances. So just because you're a chosen one doesn't mean that you're going to automatically have abundance. We still have to go through human experiences. We're still going to have blockages. And I also think that God knows what our weaknesses are. So I think that's the reason why a lot of chosen ones may not be millionaires or billionaires. A lot of chosen ones may not get married or have children. And I think because a lot of these things are distractions, and I do believe in generational curses. And it is up to us to break those mentalities about what we deserve and what we don't deserve, right? So another thing is that because you're having the human experience as a chosen one, you still desire the world. You still desire materialism. And part of the chosen one journey, I feel, is understanding that you're not here to only acquire materialism, money, and relationships and friendships. You're here to get your spiritual assignments done. You as a chosen one have to understand that it's not about the money, it's not about the hanging out and making friends and looking beautiful and looking fine. It's not all about that. Yes, you're going to experience those things, but a lot of us get caught up in those things and it becomes a spiritual distraction to where we can't get our assignments done. And that's the reason why we lack. Okay. So I noticed that because honestly, I'm not a person that desires, I want a man, but it's not number one on my list, and God knows your heart. Okay, God knows your heart. God knows the chosen one's weaknesses, desires, temptations, struggles. Like we all have these struggles and we battle with these things, So the number one thing I hear chosen ones complain about is like they want friendship. Hi, Lottie. They want friendship. So maybe if that is your weakness, that's why it's not coming to you until you wake up one day, chosen one, you're like, you know what? It's all right. I don't got friends. It's cool. Like, you got to understand God is watching you. Your spiritual team is watching you. And for me, it's money. Like, it's crazy. It's like, what the hell is this? I mean, I have people banging down my door to be my friend. If I can take the energy of people wanting to be my friends and transfer it into money, I would be rich right now. People are always chasing me down to be my friend. Friendship is not important to me, but to other chosen ones, it is. So I'm noticing that whatever you idolize is not going to come to you, chosen one, because it's going to be a distraction for your path, for your spiritual assignments. Maybe if I was a millionaire, I would not be on YouTube. I would not be sitting here talking to you guys. I will not be on TikTok. And God knows that. God knows that if I give this chick a couple of dollars, if I give her a couple of thousand, a couple of million, she's not going to do this work anymore. And I'm to the point where I'm actually even not having money, I'm ready to leave. And God knows that. Like, I'm ready to go, God. You're not paying me. I got to stop. I can't keep producing for you, God. I can't keep pouring, myself out as a chosen one, and I'm not getting paid for it. So I think that, chosen one, you need to kind of think, what is your temptation? What is your struggles? What is your distraction? And master that. At one point, I used to be obsessed with having friends. Now I don't give a damn about having no friends. And that's why the energy is coming at me, and why it's so easy for me to attract friendship now that I don't give a damn about it. So even though you're chosen and you're magical, you need to master these things, because God is watching you. God's going, no, you're not quite ready for $1,000,000 yet, because you don't even know how to act right with 1,000. No, you're not ready for that husband or that wife yet. So I think that's the reason why these things are happening. And we are so spiritually abundant that that's what you're going to take with you. It's not about the friends. It's not about the lovers. It's not about, you with the snatched waist and the big booty, or, the big Johnson and the abs. It's not even about that. It's about what you're here to share, your spirit, your calling, the message. But you said, I really enjoy your words and energy, right? And light. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. So it is a struggle, and I do notice that. I'm not saying that it's not true, because I notice it in my life where we have so much spiritual abundance, but it's just like, damn, like, can we be abundant in friendship? Can we be abundant in love, God? Can we be abundant in money? And we just don't get it. We just don't get it. But honestly, when you leave this planet, you're not taking the money. You're not taking your friends, You're not taking your lover. You're not taking your children. You're taking yourself and your spirit and the things that you've done. You take your karmic debt. You take your good karma. You take your bad karma. So part of the chosen one journey is letting go a lot of worldly things. You're not the average human being. And for those of you who are Christian or you believe in Jesus, you kind of can look at how his life was. Jesus wasn't flexing, wearing the finest robes. He wasn't at the club in Jerusalem. He wasn't flexing, So that is the reason why. And it's not that, there's plenty of chosen ones who are rich or who do have a lot of abundance and love, but that is written for them, So find out, through conversation and prayer with God, your ancestors, whatever you believe in, find out what your calling is and figure out what are your temptations and get rid of it. Whatever you feel that you worship or you put before God, you have to master it. You have to master it, because you're not going to get more, chosen one. You're not. You're absolutely not. And there's certain things that I have mastered, but the truth is, I prefer money over people. That's just the truth, because I already love myself, and I know that if I had more, then I can enjoy life and be more comfortable. But when you are worshiping something or you depend on something so much, it's not going to come to you. So you have to release these worldly things that you want so much. A lot of you are so lonely and you're in agony, and you want a man so badly, you want a woman so badly, you want children. It's just like, God is waiting for you to be content in your heart alone first, and then it will come to you. And it is agonizing, I know, because I'm living it too. And it does hurt when you see people who you made them a better person. They came into your life and How could they have more money than you? They're a piece of crap, you know? How could they have family? How could they have friends and they're trash? They don't even deserve it, you know? But it's not always when you see people with things, it does not mean that God gave it to them. You know, Satan has his own people. The dark angels, the dark world has their own people, and they reward their own people for doing horrible things too. So just stop comparing yourself to people who did you wrong or to people who you uplifted. I'm gonna be real with you. The people who be, hey Cinnamon, the people who be jealous of you, the people who do you dirty, they're not as happy as you think. It's just an illusion. Yeah, you know, it's just an illusion, guys. It's not what you think. It really is an illusion. What Lolly say, guys, click. I have 15 people watching me. Unless y'all are bots, click like on the chat for me. And I'm also doing $5 questions. If you have any questions about Chosen One Journey and narcissism, put $5 in the chat or send $5 to my Cash App. The information is on the top in the comments. Lottie said, yes, life is strangely difficult for us. Like other friends seem to find a gentle, simple, lovely life. I'm so grateful for my loved ones and my blessings, but I would love to be more successful, honestly. Yeah, we all do. We all want something, you know, and it's confusing too because you're sitting there like as a chosen one, you're sitting there and you're comparing your life to others. But they're comparing themselves to you too, and even more. People are comparing themselves to us even more. You think that people aren't, but they are. And honestly, you know, I had to keep it real with the woman that said that on my TikTok in my comment section, where she was just like, well, how come everybody who I've helped, they, you know, they're doing better than me and I'm still here miserable? We are actually, you have control over your misery too, chosen one. You really do. So I wouldn't say I'm not miserable. You know, I would say that I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable right now in life because of my finances not being where they need to be. I'm uncomfortable because I don't want to be in America, as I keep saying over and over again. But I'm not miserable. You know, once you become in your power, chosen one, and chosen ones go through stages. It's going to be a time where a chosen person, they don't know that they're chosen. And they're going, what the hell is going on? Why is all these things happening to me? Then you're in a stage where you're kind of figuring out, all right, wait a minute, something's up. The things that happen to me in my life doesn't happen to other people. Then the chosen one figures out who they are, and that's when they start like working for God in a sense. Like they're working with God, they're working with the universe. Whenever God tells them to do something, they do it. They're picking up on angel numbers, they're studying, they're healing. So the chosen one will go through that phase. Then there's going to be another phase where you've accomplished a lot of your healing work, right? And God kind of gives you rest. That's the stage I'm in right now. Like I have a lot of rest. I don't have a lot of spiritual warfare. I don't have a lot of healing to do. I don't get attacked all the time, you know, and when I do get attacked, it makes me laugh more than makes me uncomfortable. You know, I'm not afraid to stand up to demons. So chosen ones go through stages in life, okay? Hey, Rakim, Keem, or Kim, I'm sorry. Chosen ones go through different stages in life, and it is kind of hard when you're in that suffering stage as a chosen one and you like, damn, my life is this, my life is that, you all of that. I'm telling you, one day in life you're gonna be like, oh, I see why I went through all of that. Like years ago, you know, when I was growing up, like when I hit like 12 years old, so from like age 0 to 12, I lived comfortably. Like I grew up with money. You know, I was able to have any toy, any clothes, anything I want. I didn't know what suffering was, right? But after my mother got divorced is where I really suffered. And from like 12 to 18, I think I moved to like 11 or 12 different apartments and houses, okay? And I used to be like, God, why am I going through this? This is crazy. Like it was traumatic to grow up, having, and then to go to like eating ramen noodles and eating sandwiches for dinner. And I'm like, Mom, like, why we gotta do this, But I get it now. Like, years later, oh, all of that hustling and suffering helped me in my adulthood. And then when I hit 31, I ended up inheriting land in a house. So it's sad that sometimes you suffer in order to receive a blessing. It sucks, it does, but it happens to everybody, not just chosen ones. Like everyone has a story. Even the richest person has a story. Their lineage, they can have the most evil, wickedest people in their family. Just because they're billionaires and millionaires does not mean that their bloodline is perfect. No, those are some of the most evilest people. Now that I look back at it, and I'm just like, oh, okay, God, because a lot of times, depending on who you are, if you didn't suffer for your blessings, you won't appreciate it. You wouldn't know what to do with it. And chosen ones have these miraculous stories and lives. And this is why people listen to you to begin with. Nobody want to listen to somebody who life been cookie clean. They're not going to listen to someone who's just had a perfect life. They're not going to do that. Chosen ones are picked because of the suffering that they went through. And on top of that, we come out with such a pure heart. Like, I be thinking like, man, I could have been killing people. I could have been running through men. I could have 100 babies by now. Couple of ex-husbands. Like the things that I went through, I could be the biggest, most evilest bitch. I have reason, being molested, being R-word, being essayed, all the friends who did me dirty, all the men that did me dirty. I could have turned into such a cold-hearted, evil woman, and I didn't. So just give yourself more credit, chosen one. Everything, you can't see it now, but I'm telling you, one day you're going to be like, oh, that's why I went through that. And I'm having a lot of that now because I turned 40 this year. And I'm having a lot of like epiphanies and like, oh, that's why I went through that. And it's scary. It's like things that happened to me as a teenager, and I'm now getting spiritual confirmation to why that happened. And people are watching you. You think people are not watching you. People are always watching you. You are the blueprint. You really are. I'm telling you. Let's see. You said you always, you said you always show so much positive. Angelique, I wish, and then you know what? I wish me success. Thank you so much. And I wish y'all success. Everybody up in here, I wish y'all success. Success, peace, love, anything that you want. But it also comes to, you have to believe, it's hard because your brain gets messed up. Your mind gets messed up because you've been through so much, chosen one, that you start to not even believe that you deserve love. You start to believe that, you don't deserve money, you don't deserve wealth, you don't deserve nice things. I think subconsciously I think like that too. But you have to go through the healing process and break all that down. Just because you're a magical person, you still going through the human experience. You still got to do your shadow work, chosen ones. You still got to do your healing work. You still have to believe in yourself. And this is why God isolates you. I know you don't like to be isolated, but what is the sense of having a hard life and then being around a whole bunch of people who hate you? That don't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, guys. That's why you get isolated. That is the reason why it happens that way. And when you're isolated in certain periods of your life, it's for you to recharge. Like, oh my God, I don't know if y'all are into like full moons or new moons, but I did a prayer and I lighted a candle for the blue full moon. Guys, I'm telling you, if you pray this prayer, I don't know if y'all ever did this before, but I prayed a powerful prayer during that blue full moon, and I had my back door open and I was sitting there and I was looking up at that moon. And let me tell you something. I told God, remove everybody who do not like me, who do not love me, who do not wish good on me, who's secretly hating on me. Remove them. And let me tell you something. People is disappearing. All right, disappearing. Text them, no answer. Call them, phone number blocked. Thank you, God. Thank you. You did the work for me. Got into an argument with a couple of people. They don't want to work it out. They don't want to talk about it. Nothing. And you know what? Don't chase them. I'm telling you, say that prayer. It don't even gotta be long or anything. Just be like, God, show me who everyone is in my life. Because a lot of times your blessings are not coming through because the wrong people are in your life. And you're so loving and you're so generous. Let me tell you something. I'm asking God to give me 6 figures. If I have these shitty people around me and I start making 6 figures, right? And I start buying properties, or I start an Airbnb, or, my life starts elevating. You think those people are not going to try to come around me and use me because I'm so loving and giving? A lot of people know that you are going to blow up, chosen one. A lot of people know that your blessings are going to come. All right. Let me tell you this crazy story. Y'all know I always got a crazy story for you, right? Let me tell you this crazy story. Let me tell you how horrible people really are. They're watching you. They're paying attention to your life. They got, they say they got their eyes on your pockets. People got their eyes on your blessing, your future blessings. Let me tell you this. This girl that I've been friends with since I was in my 20s. I'm 40 now, okay? I met her in my mid 20s, like around 25, 26. I guess that's mid to late 20s. And we've been friends since then, right? One day we're just talking and people going telling themselves. I want you to start listening when people are talking, because demons will tell on themselves. Shady people, snakes, they tell on themselves. It's almost like they can't help it. Their subconscious is the words are going to come out their mouth. You just got to listen. And when you hear something, don't be like, huh? What they say? You heard exactly what they said. So me and this girl is talking one day, and she said, man, I can't wait till you sell your house because I know you'll give me $20,000. I don't know if I told you that story. And I said, what? We were on the phone. I said, what you say? And she was like, no, I'm just saying, like, I know that when you finally sell your house and you're going to move out of the country, I know you're going to give me like 20,000. And I'm looking at my phone like, what? Why would this is how sick people are, guys. People are literally, they'll stay in relationships with you. They'll stay friends with you, hoping and waiting. They don't give a, I'm trying not to curse. They don't give a damn about you, guys. They just want to be next to the chosen one. They want to be in arm's reach of the chosen one. This girl said, when I sell my house, I should probably gonna give her 20,000. I wasn't even thinking about giving this girl $500. What? Because this is what they're thinking about the chosen one. They're thinking this, hey, how are you? They're thinking the chosen one is dumb. The chosen one is so loving, so kind, so generous. Let me just stick around them and see how much I can get from them. I was blown away. Ever since that conversation, I really haven't spoken to her. It was just weird. This girl will never have access to thousands of dollars in her life. And even if she did, she wouldn't give me 20 grand. Something on my shoulder. What are you talking about? Ain't nothing on my shoulder. It's the what you call it? A spider. No, it's just my hair. Um Shocking, you said, right? But yeah, I'm just letting you know that, guys. Be very careful because people just want the chosen one around so that they can use them. That's it. There's nothing on my hair. Oh God. Hold on a minute. It is too early in my life for this foolishness. But yeah, okay. Yeah. Here we go. But yeah, I want y'all to be careful with people. Thank you. Yeah, people always coming in my live messing with me, but I'm pretty used to it. I'm not in the mood to curse somebody out today, you know. Oh, so here, you ever had somebody come to you, chosen one, and they are testing you, right? This happens a lot. I'm gonna tell y'all why, the reason why this happens. So with chosen ones, you know how like people think kindness equals weakness, so they think, you said what? People take initially angelic people kindness for weakness, right? Exactly. Yes, exactly. Exactly, that's exactly what I'm about to say. So when they meet a chosen one, and this is not everybody, because some chosen ones, they have a very stern, mean, just what is the word? I forgot the word. Aura. Let's just say aura. Demeanor. There you go. They have like a stern demeanor to them, right? Click like on the chat for me, guys. There's 25 people in here. Click like on the chat for me, guys. I appreciate it. I'm also doing $5 questions. If you have any questions, put $5 on the chat or send it to my Cash App. The information is at the top, but I'll put it back in the chat if you don't see it. But yeah, and if not, still donate to me because I need financial blessings right now. Thank you very much. But yeah, so when they meet the chosen one, they think most chosen ones are punks, right? They can't really pick up the they can't really pick up the energy from the chosen one. So people meet chosen ones and it's like, that person looks religious, that person looks spiritual, they seem sweet, you know. Maybe I can get over on them because they cannot see, they can see your light, but they can't see your spiritual ranking. A lot of demons or, you know, snakes, crooked type of people, they can't see your spiritual ranking. They can see your light, but a lot of them can't see your ancestors. They can't see your guardian angels, but they can only see like, yeah, this person's of light. I probably can get over them because there are a lot of people of light that people can be trickster spirits to. They can get over on them, take their money, play them romantically, play them as a friend. They've actually done this over and over again. So this happens to me a lot as a chosen one where people really can't read me. Maybe I have like an innocent looking face or something like that. I don't know. I don't think so, but that's what people think. And I watch them, they approach me and they'll be like watching me, just looking at me, staring at me, looking how I walk, how I talk, how I move. They do this. They analyze you for a little bit and then they'll test you. They're going to see, okay, let me see what I can say to them, and how they test the chosen one. They might insult the chosen one. They might project on the chosen one. And a lot of chosen ones fall for it. I see chosen ones all the time, especially on TikTok. They be over there cursing and screaming. Don't fall for this chosen one. This is going to be your entire life. So buckle up, get comfortable. There's always going to be people who are saying slick things out of their mouth to you. There's always going to be people who are going to project on you. There's always going to be people who are going to test you. Okay, so don't fall for it. Hold on a minute, let me write this information in the chat. So they meet you and they think, basically what I'm trying to say, they think chosen ones are punk bitches. That's normally the first impression of a chosen one that people think when they meet you. They think chosen ones are a punk bitch. They like, oh, look at this person of light. Yeah, I'm about to get them. And it's also a spiritual challenge too, because they're so used to meeting people that they can get over that when they meet you, they're like, man, this person might be a little bit more of light, but I definitely can play them. So that's the reason why they're watching you like that, why they're testing you like that. And you got to keep your eyes, keep your eyes open, chosen one. Don't get played. Do not get played. All right, let me write my hold on a minute. Information in the chat. Don't get played. Hold on a minute. But yeah, they think you're a pussy. Excuse my language. They think you're a punk. They think they could run game on you, chosen one. And I used to get insulted by, I used to be like, why these people think they can run game on me? A lot of times, even in the street, I live in New York, so we have a lot of demons in New York, just walking up and down the street. And so I wear a lot of sunglasses. So a lot of times I'll have a demon approach me and they're talking to me, they're trying to run game on me, maybe trying to get money from me or giving me some sob story, or a guy's trying to get with me, or they're trying to fight me. It could be anything. And if I have my sunglasses on, I just pull my glasses right down and look them right in the eyes. They don't say nothing, guys. They just look at me. I look at them and they turn around and they walk away. So I want you chosen ones to get very stern. Two things chosen ones have to learn: speak up for themselves, and they got to learn that eye contact. You got to learn it. You have to. And of course, yeah, there's going to be some demons that they're not going to back down, but you cannot give that energy off. How are you going to be a chosen one and be weak? How are you going to be a chosen one and you being shy, you being quiet and timid and being a sucker? No, you don't got to fight or curse people out, but within your energy, even if you're silent verbally, it needs to speak volumes. Even if it's in your look, even if it's just you position your body a certain way, you giving off a certain body language. Don't let people play you, chosen one. Don't be scared, because you have to understand, when these demons see that you're that weak, you're of light, but you're weak, they know that you're not confident in yourself. They know you're not confident spiritually, and they know you're not confident in God. There's no way you could say you're confident in yourself, and you're confident in God, and you're confident in your spiritual team if you letting people play you, if you letting people come up on you like that in the street or in public or at work, whatever. When people book sessions with me, that's another thing, guys. You could book a session with me as well. Yes. You live in New York? When people book sessions with me, the number one thing is that, oh, somebody at work is bothering me. My neighbor is bothering me. I'm like, okay, did you confront them? No. Okay. So how would they know? Sometimes you have to talk to people, chosen one. You can't just keep letting them do things. Because you're not saying anything is why they're going to keep running you ragged. I'm telling you, and I know this because I used to be that way. I used to be like, no, I don't want to confront them. I don't want to tell them, leave me alone, and this and that. And it kept getting worse. The abuse escalates. This is why the people in your family who are narcissists, you've never said nothing. You never put your foot down. You just keep taking the abuse. You keep taking the little slick comments. You have to say things. How are they going to know? How they gonna know? Even Jesus in the Bible talking about, yeah, like, you don't know who my father is, don't play with me. Like, you have to be like that. I don't care if you introverted, autism, whatever you got going on, you better learn how to stick up for yourself, because some demons will not be able to read you. They can't scan you spiritually. It's got to come out of your mouth. You have to speak it. I wish you would. Don't play with me. You better say something, or you better get the eye lock, because half the time I just be looking at people like, we could do this. You have to. You better get your eye lock in. You better get your body language in. You better get your verbal in. Because people be, oh, it's okay. God gonna fight my battle. God's sitting there going, I did give you a mouth. I did give you some eyes. I did give you spiritual strength. I ain't doing nothing. You better stand up for yourself. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, you're from Brooklyn? Okay, I'm from Queens. I'm telling you, chosen ones, you can't be a sucker. You can't say you're a chosen one and you're so powerful, but you're not willing to speak up for yourself. And part of your ministry is speaking. That's why you're here. Part of your ministry is speaking. You could be such a quiet, mousy type of person, but when it's time for you to tell your story, and that's another thing. Chosen ones, y'all say y'all chosen, but y'all just sit on the internet and watch videos and talk about it. But how many times do you tell people your life story? How many times are you encouraging people in public or at work or at church or wherever you go? People need to know your story. There's billions of people on this planet, and there's going to be somebody that is going to listen to you, who's going to feel connected to you. Like for me, I'm a content creator, but my following is very small. You know how many times there's been people who it's like, wow, I never heard anybody, like even these big time chosen one channels, I've never heard them deliver this message the way that you do. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, a lot of chosen ones, they should repeat the same things. Like you say different things. So you're special. People need to hear your life story. People need your specialty. People need you. So don't ever think maybe I shouldn't write that book. Maybe I shouldn't start that YouTube channel or that TikTok. Do it. Stop making excuses. When you're not telling your story as a chosen one, you're abandoning your chosen one path. You're abandoning your position, your job. That's what you are. You're basically in ministry. Being a chosen one is ministry. You could be quiet and helping people, helping the homeless, or working at a nonprofit organization, or maybe you'll be a politician. Like there's chosen ones of all different fields, but your job is working with people. Doesn't matter how introverted you are, you're still going to have to talk to people. That's part of it. You have to, it's like, how Jesus went around and was like healing people, talking to drunks, talking to prostitutes. See, that's the reason why you were picked, because you don't have a judgmental heart. It's crazy because a lot of religions, they won't talk to a prostitute. They won't talk to a druggie. They won't talk to a drunk. But Jesus did. So as a chosen one, that's why you got chosen, because you have a heart to talk to all kinds of people. People are jealous of you spiritually, but they will never do the things that chosen ones do. They will never want to suffer the way chosen ones suffer. That's why you shouldn't care about being, I don't care about people being jealous of me. Only thing is that I want to get away from them. As soon as I see people are jealous, I start moving away from them, because anyone who's jealous of you can kill you. But I don't get upset when people are jealous of me anymore. You know why? Because they don't have nothing on me. They're not willing to suffer the way I've suffered. They're not willing to not have food some days, the things I've been through, not have clothes, or not have nowhere to live, or go through the things I went through with family and friends. A lot of people are not willing to go through the things you went through. I laugh now. I laugh when people are jealous, because it's like, you would not trade shoes with me. You're too weak. The fact you're jealous of me makes you weaker than me spiritually. Because a true spirit knows you're not supposed to compare yourself. You can't compare your life path with anybody else, because we're all here for a different reason. We're all here on our own journey. You can't compare your pain to somebody else. But just know that the people who are jealous of you, they will never switch shoes with you. A lot of them would have unalived themselves. They would have. Half my friends who are jealous of me, or ex-friends who are jealous of me, they wouldn't last a day in my life. They would have tried to jump off a bridge, guys. I'm telling you, it's a compliment. But instead, what people do is they try to people please and make the jealous person like them. What? Don't do that. Get away from them. As soon as you see that, step away. You got to work with them. You got to live with them. Stay out the house as much as you can. As soon as you clock in, clock out. Report them if you have to, but you have to understand. It's like you waste time. I know chosen ones waste a lot of time with people who don't like them, people who don't love them back. Like, you don't have no time for that. And I really do think we living in last days. I think that we have a lot more to go, but whatever the last days is, I feel like, what it feels like spiritually right now? How, like, when you were a kid and you were about to graduate, it could be like middle school, high school, college, whatever it was for you. Like that feeling when you like getting ready for graduation. That's how it feels spiritually for me. I don't feel like I'm gonna die soon or anything like that, but that's how I feel. I feel like I'm at to like the end. Like I'm about to graduate to another spiritual level. And I want all chosen ones to feel like that. You shouldn't, but everybody's story is different. But we don't have no time to be entertaining people who don't love us and like us. Your whole entire life, if you are a chosen one, you are always going to meet people who don't like you. And you got to understand, it's about your spirit. You're always going to trigger people. That's it. And it has nothing really to do with you. It's them. When they see you, you are a mirror of how fucked up they are. Excuse my language. Of how messed up they are and the work that they didn't do. All my haters have family and I don't have family. All my haters have money and I don't got money like that. They've had kids. I don't have any children. All my haters have more than me. All of them. There isn't one hater that I know right now who has less than me. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't. You have to get comfortable with that. And honestly, I hear people like, well, what kind of life is that? I don't want that life. And then tell God, I don't want to do this. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't want to be a chosen one, you better, people when they pray to the devil, well, you better pray to God and say, God, I'm not built for this. I know you want me to be a chosen one. That's why it says many are called, but few are chosen. There are many people who are called. So if you're a chosen one and you cannot handle it, you better step out. You better pray and say, God, I can't do this. I'm not built. Maybe I'll come back another lifetime and do it. But for me, I'm living this life. I'd rather be a chosen one. I am built for this and I'm going to finish it out and I'm going to die a chosen one. I'd rather do it in this lifetime than come back another lifetime and do it all over again. No, thank you. I'm going to do it now. But if you really feel you can't handle being a chosen one, then you better get on your knees and you better pray and ask God to remove that calling. But many were called and they didn't pick up. There are many people who were called to be chosen who are not living the chosen one life. Oh, man. Lottie said, you said I'm dealing with a Gemini narcissistic brother. Okay. Well, did you put $5 on the chat, or did you donate the $5 and I can answer your narcissistic question? All narcissistic questions or chosen one questions are $5. What you say? London. Hey London, even though it do get lonely, my journey have been so magical. It really is magical. Honestly, click like on the chat for me, guys. If you're in the chat, I got 26 people in here, but only 15 likes. What's that about? Um, you said this is true. Some people approach you because they sense you're non-judgmental. Yeah, exactly. But you also have to have boundaries too, because you know that you're spiritually abundant. And if not, people who shouldn't have access to you are going to be trying to use you, chosen one. And you got to get comfortable with not being liked. So I'm comfortable now with not being liked. You said you are so awesome. Thank you for sharing tonight. Thank you, Queen. What was I saying? I got lost in my thoughts. But yeah, you have to have boundaries. You have to have boundaries, and you have to protect your spirit, chosen one, because people are going to be using you. That's the thing that does, I do get exhausted by that. People, it's like, it's kind of like the rich. I have to keep comparing it with money because that's the world we live in. So people want to be around me because I'm spiritually abundant, but they don't really want to get to know me. You get what I'm trying to say? So most people who say they want to be my friend, they don't really want to be my friend. What they're saying when they say they want to be my friend, they want to be the chosen one friend, is I want access to your energy. I want to be able to call you and emotionally dump on you. I want to be able to use you when I'm feeling down. That's what I really want. Whenever I need a boost, a jump of energy spiritually, I want to be able to have access to you. They don't want to really get to know you. Most people who want to befriend me is they want me in that way. They don't ask me, oh, what kind of music you listen to, like where you want to go, like where you want to hang out, or what's your favorite color, or they don't care about that, chosen one. So when you're making friends, you got to be careful, because it's just like a rich person. Like, how when they rich and famous people say it's hard at the top, they can't find genuine friends, because all the people just want to be friends with their stage name, like actors or artists. Oh, they like me but they don't like me as a person. You get it? So we have the same energy wise. People want to be around us to use us for our light. It's not really, they don't really give a damn about you like that. They just want access to your energy. And because they don't teach people this and how powerful and worthy spiritual energy is, people be like, no, that's not why. And it's very important, because you could be around people and become sick. You could be drained. You could be like, why am I always having a headache around this person? Why am I feeling sick? Why am I always tired? Even like now, I get very tired now. Like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to work a 9 to 5 again, because I just get very exhausted being around people. Just like going to the mall. I live in New York, so it's thousands of people. I could walk by 1,000 people in one day. That's a lot, and you pick up on people's energy. So you literally have to treat yourself. I keep saying this, spiritual celebrity. You literally have to treat yourself like a spiritual celebrity. They want next to you to use you. And this is why you got to vet people. Let me tell you something. It's not hard. I don't even know what people be talking about. In 1 to 3 months, People tell on themselves. If you're talking to them daily, if you're texting them daily, and you can even do that prayer, like I said, God, show me who this person is. Sometimes you just have to speak it into existence and the message will come to you. 1 to 3 months, people normally cannot hide their demons, whether you're dating them or you're befriending them. I actually I'm getting to know a woman now, and me and her only hung out once, and I already see, like, yeah, she's off mentally. She's a sweetheart, but she's off mentally. You know, it is what it is. You just see it. How could you not? And if you can't see it, that means you have to work on your spiritual gifts, because all chosen ones have spiritual gifts and intuition, because everything that we do, everything we're navigating, God speaks to us within us telepathically. Some of you say you can hear God's voice from the outside. Okay, maybe you can. But I get messages from within in what to do and how to navigate in life. Work on your spiritual gifts. How you work on your spiritual gifts? You use them. You use them. Aura, infringement. Exactly. Your analogy with being rich and poor is the hidden meaning of my username. Oh, that's dope. But yeah, that's what it is, guys. I'm telling you, that's what it is. You have to this is why you got to protect yourself, because that's why they want to be around you. And I can see that. It's like I've been in this chosen one game for so long. I could peep it. I already know. What's one indication that you really know that somebody really isn't trying to get to know you is that as soon as they meet you, some people are good people, but some of them are so broken. You're gonna naturally, because chosen ones are natural healers, you're gonna literally have broken people falling at your feet. Again, I keep talking about, because some of y'all believe in Jesus. Jesus had all these sick people, like the woman that just had to touch his garment. The woman that just had to touch Jesus' garment. People treat you like that. Some people just want to be around me. They don't got nothing to say. They don't have nothing to add, no value to my life. They just want to be around me. This shit is weird. It is. I get freaked out sometimes. I don't like being watched, believe it or not. I don't like being watched. I don't like people asking very personal questions all the time. It's a lot. It's not easy. But one thing I also learned through the years, I give myself breaks. I say, God, no more healing, no more helping. I don't want to talk to broken people. Give me a good 6 months. I don't want nothing to happen to me. Leave me alone. I even take breaks from social media. I told y'all last week that I shut down my Instagram. So you have to take mental breaks, spiritual breaks, chosen one. Don't burn yourself out if you are active in your calling. Okay. You're on point tonight, as always. Yeah, I'm kind of like in a mellow mood, because a lot going on in my life right now, and it's pouring raining in New York. So my energy is low, but I hope my message helps somebody. I'm not going to stay on too long tonight, because nobody sent me a donation. Okay. I don't work for free. I always say that, and I have to keep my standards high on my social media accounts. But that is my wish for chosen ones. You have to realize you are wealthy. You are spiritually wealthy. Oh, you did? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. What's your question? Being that you sent me something to my Cash App, what's your question? I never got a Cash App alert. Oh, there it goes. Thank you. I'm not going to say your real name on here. Thank you so much. What's your question? Do you have a question, Queen? Oh, no question. You just listen. Okay. Thank you so much. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, what was I saying? But yeah, people they just want to use you for your light. They just want to use you for your light. And don't get me wrong, I get sad too. I be like, damn, I thought he liked me. Damn, I thought she liked me. No, they don't like you. They just want to use you for your light. So first indication is when they want to just energy dump on you. That's the first indication. So you're gonna have these broken people coming to you. They want to trauma bond with you. They want to trauma dump on you. You know, but I put up boundaries. I tell these people, look, I'm gonna listen. I give them advice. I let God speak through me. I talk to them, but I don't let them keep dumping on me over and over again. Nope, absolutely not. Mm-mm, nah. Mm-mm. If people pay me, right? For living, I do the life coaching thing. I do phone sessions. If people are paying me to dump their trauma on me, why I'm gonna let you dump your trauma on me for free? And you can't feel guilty about it, guys. You can't. God didn't tell you to let people use you like a wash rag. God didn't tell you to let people take a straw and suck up your energy, suck up all your good light. No, he didn't tell you that. God didn't instruct you to do that. So whenever you're feeling like you're drained or this person isn't feeding you back, they gotta go. They got to go. And this is how chosen ones end up in these narcissistic relationships and all these different things happen. But it's all about boundaries and it's all about knowing your worth. It doesn't matter how much money those people make. As soon as you touch their life, they start looking better, they start growing, they start making money. I see it. It'd be like, damn, how these evil people flourishing? I'd be blown away. I'd be blown away. And I always tell this story about my grandmother. She died a millionaire. But she died telling me, I'm looking at her, while she was perishing. I'm so scared and I don't know about life and this and that because she know all the bad things that she had did. So don't ever look at people. And when she died, I didn't feel she went to heaven, if there is a heaven, or I don't feel she went to a good place, another dimension. I don't feel she moved on gracefully. So don't ever compare yourself. The people who have lots of money and they have a relationship that you think that you wish you had, I'm telling you, you don't know the inside scoop of their soul. You don't know what they did to get that money. You don't know what they did to get that relationship. You don't know what's going on in that relationship. Looks are deceiving. And this is why people meet me and they be like, yeah, she probably miserable. She probably hate herself because she doesn't have family. She's not married. She don't got no kids. She ain't got no money. And they be around me and I'm just like, hey, how you doing? How's life? Da, da, da. And they're looking at me like, what the fuck she so happy for? Because chosen ones, we find the true meaning of life. That's powerful. We end up loving ourselves at the end. We end up realizing how powerful we are spiritually. No one can take that from you. People can come to your house right now, take all your clothes off, take all the money out your bank account. The government can hit one button, all your money is gone, but they can't take what's in your soul. No one can take that from me. No one can take away my self-love. You can call me fat, ugly, dumb, everything, and I will be like, ha ha ha. Not true. You can call me weak. Not true. So what's in us internally makes us wealthy. You're not going to heaven with those things and those people. You're not. Even if you die with your friends, yeah, get in a car accident, you die with your friends, y'all still not going together. Okay? That's just not. I mean, sometimes ancestors be hanging out together. That is kind of true. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. They can't take that away. Truth. My family are millionaires and they are the biggest haters. I'm telling you, it just blows my mind. They're looking at us like, why are you so damn happy? And I'm looking at them like, why are you so damn miserable? I've always learned that, what was it, last year? I've told y'all about this story about the friend that was a doctor. She was a psychologist. And I'm telling you, everything I did, this girl, like, this woman, like, hated on me. Like everything, my personal style. Like if she was here, she'll be like, why are your earrings so big? Why are your lipstick so dark? It was just like, girl, do you even like me? Every time I saw this woman was skinny. She was tall like a model, very beautiful woman. She had a husband. She owned 2 houses. She had 2 cars. Her mama alive, her daddy alive, her siblings are alive. She's an aunt. She's just so abundant. But every time she got around me, it was, why are you doing your hair like that? Why are you wearing makeup? Why this? Why that? Why are you into art? Why are you creative? Why you don't want to work for the government? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? Well, damn. What the hell is wrong with you? But still wanted to be in my life because she saw something in me that she did not have. All the money. This woman was a doctor, she was a psychologist, and she was a professor. And her husband owned like a blood type of, he's a chemist. So it's just like, oh, those labs that they send the blood to. So I think they might be millionaires, combined. Y'all making money. Are you kidding me? You're lavish. You living a life. So what the fuck is the problem? These people hate themselves. That's the problem, chosen one. But it's not my problem she hates herself. You have all of that and you still hate yourself. You have all of that and you still don't understand why I love myself. Why I know who I am within God. But it ain't my problem, so I cut her ass off. And she had the nerve to act shocked and was emailing me, calling me, came into town, ringing my doorbell. Oh no, love, you know exactly why I cut you off. So that ain't my problem. That's her problem. When you get around these people, chosen ones, just remove yourself. I could have, and we have friends in common. I never blasted her name. I never reported her. I could have reported her to her job and said, hey, I think you got a narcissist working for you. I didn't do none of that because her being miserable in her own skin and her own soul is enough punishment. That's the reason why also chosen one stays so quiet. Chosen one, when you say something, I want you to know how powerful your words are. When you say something, it can destroy people. Okay? Destroy people. People throw stones at us. They say the most horrific things to us, and we still rise up from the dead and we make it. Literally. If I told you the most grotesque things that people have said to me, and I still flourished and I'm still who I am, you'll be blown away. Well, y'all know. But as soon as we say something, they can say the most disgusting things to us. But if we say one word to them, it's over for them. They want to go jump off a bridge. Chosen ones are very aware. I know that I can destroy people with just one sentence because they think that we can't see the real them, and we can. He said, yes. September means harvest. I love it. I love September. You see me, I got my full nails on, my full lipstick, my full color shirt. I'm like, I love September. I love change and newness and the leaves and the pumpkin spice candles. I love all that stuff. Even though I was born in August, I just love fall. I don't like that as got me sneezing and coughing, but I love fall. Exactly. Let me tell you something. So, I'm always telling y'all my business. So back in 2020, I had a pandemic love, and I dated somebody from 2020 to 2021. And I loved him very greatly. Okay. I loved him dearly. But, for certain reasons, I don't want to continue on. I don't want to go into why. I already spoke about it before on my channel, of why I broke up with him. But we still loved each other, and we continue to be friends still, right? Friends without bang bang, okay? And he never changed with me. He still bought me gifts. If I need money, he would give it to me. He would, do favors for me. I had surgery last year. He's my emergency contact. Anything I need. He's a protector. He's a provider. And I think he loves me too, or he wouldn't be doing the things that, he's doing, basically. We just never got back together, right? And I think that I might have been his, just in case it doesn't work out with somebody else, I think I'll run back and marry Angelique. I think that's what it is. But over the course of 3 years, I have to be honest, my ex has said some horrible things to me, guys. Ugh, it's disgusting. I don't even I don't even know if he really likes women. And not in a gay way, guys. But I think it has to do, that's part of the reason why I broke up with him. It has a lot to do with how he views women. And I don't think that he likes women because of the women in his family, his mother, his sisters, his nieces. And you know how like you watch people and you see how they react to people. And I notice how he talks about women. He's so degrading to women. And it sounds sick, but yes, there are men out there who hate women and who can sleep with women. And I think the reason why he kept me around is because I represented a different type of woman he had never came across. I was everything that his mother is not, because most of the women in his family talk down on him, and I had never talked down on him, right? So you say I can attest to this. Pumpkin spice yummy. But yes, so he has said some horrible things about women, guys. I don't even want to repeat it because you'll be like, oh my God, how could you still speak to him? I did it because, chosen ones, we see the reason why people do things. We don't just see that they do something. I know he speaks this way about women because of how he was raised in the relationship that he has with his mother and the things that he needs to heal. That's the reason why I continued the friendship with him. But I got to the point, this happened 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, him and I got into a discussion. It wasn't an argument, but we got into a discussion about the woman that got hit with the brick. I'm sure y'all heard that story. There was a woman, she came out of the club, she got hit with the brick by a man who tried to ask for her number. She said no, she rejected him, and she got hit in the head with the brick. They try to say she was lying, but she has a police report and she has hospital papers to prove it. So it's like a whole big controversy. So him and I got into that discussion, and he says some horrific things, guys. And all I did was, what I said? I said, you're fucking misogynistic. That's all I said. I said 3 words. You're fucking misogynistic. And he was just blown away over 3 words that I said to him. He does not want to talk to me anymore. He is heated. He is like distraught. He's like, like he cannot believe I called him misogynistic. All right. And I'm okay with that. I'm not sorry, guys. I'm not sorry. I don't take it back. He is. The most vile and disgusting things that he says about women that makes you misogynistic. But the difference between 3 years of him saying all those things to me and about other women, it doesn't compare to those 3 words that I said to him as a chosen one. When we say things to people, you know what it is? It's the truth. And they know it. When we say something, when the chosen one has such spiritual power that God has given us, when we say something, it's almost like, no, 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 no. It's basically like God said, come here, I gotta tell you something. This man is distraught. He is so angry with me. I didn't call him the N-word. I didn't call him a punk. I didn't call him a bitch. I called him misogynistic. And he does not want to speak to me. He won't block me. He won't take back any of the things he bought me. He's reading my text, but he does not want to talk to me. He is so angry, guys. It's not funny. I'm laughing because it just amazes me. For 3 years, you've been saying the most vile things to me. And I would say to him, don't say that. Don't talk about women like that. You need to get therapy. What's wrong with you? And he kept going on and on and on and on. I said 3 words to him, and now he's crushed. He's devastated. Because you know what? Chosen ones, when you tell somebody something, they'll never forget that for the rest of their life. It's like you just stabbed them. They cannot handle it. Chosen ones, you can crush people within seconds. So be very careful with your words. I'm not sorry. I'm going to keep it. I am not sorry. It's the truth. It is the truth. And I hope that he goes to therapy. I hope he gets help, because I think it's dangerous for a man to think the way he thinks. And it's sad, it's very sad that a man who showed me so much love and did so many things for me hates women. It's unbelievable. And yes, there are women out there who hate men too. So I don't want y'all thinking like, ow, she's coming down on men. This is my story. And it's sad. It's sad, but no, he needed it. He needed me to say that. And I've never spoke to him like that ever in 3 years. So he knows I mean business. I have never even cursed at that man in the 3 years that I've known him. So he knows that I said that and I mean that shit. I ain't playing. I meant it. I hope everyone in this chat finds God in their lives. I hope that God will move in your lives and show you marvelous and peaceful things through his grace and love. Thank you, Ghost. Same to you. Hell yeah, stand on it. My God, that is the truth. Amount things to say, Angelique. It's not that you said something unkind. No, it wasn't unkind. Was he? No, he's a Virgo. And that's another thing. I don't date Virgo men, but no, I would never take away for the kind things that he has done for me. He has done a lot for me in the past 3 years. But you know what? I think that it is time that him and I part anyway, because I want to start dating again. I haven't taken a man seriously since him. And if we in 3 years have not 3 years, 2 years, because 2021 we broke up. If we have not in 2 years, he never went to therapy as I asked him to do. He didn't go see a therapist. What people do. They don't go to therapists. They just go get them a new man or go get them a new woman. That's all they do. So he hasn't done any healing work. He's the same. He's talking the same, his money went up. He's accomplished a lot, within the 3 years, but soul wise, no, he ain't grown. And if he didn't see value in me, no man is going to spend money on a woman, be there for a woman through her trials and tribulations, keep in touch with her, take her out, not try to kiss her, not try to sleep with her if he didn't see value in her. He sees value in me, and he knows that. He sees spiritual value because he never had any. I think he's so used to drama type of women, and I'm not drama. I would correct him in a loving manner, but I think I've always talked to him in a loving manner, So me calling him a fucking misogynist, probably triggered him and made him think of his mother and think of the women in his family, because that's how they talk to him. But the truth is, he needed to be talked to like that. That's the truth. And he'll never forget what I said to him. It really does bother him, and I'm glad it does. Because sometimes people need that harsh truth from the chosen one. You have to rip them a new a-hole because it's disgusting. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care if the earth is flat, or if I don't really care if the earth is flat. Like, what information is that going to do for me? I don't really care if it's flat. I mean, I don't really care. I think I'm more concerned with I'm just saying that because there's a comment it's a flat earther in my chat apparently. I don't really care. But this is something I heard years ago. I don't know if y'all will enjoy this analogy. Well, this person said, if earth is flat, then why is everything curvy? Like, why is our nose curvy? Why is our eyes round? Why is our ears round? Why is our brain squiggly? You know what I'm trying to say? Why is your boobs round? Like, everything is just round. Everything got some type of curvature to it, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's just like flat. I don't know. My God is kind of like creative, trees look like afros. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I can't picture the earth being flat, but okay, whatever. My mom is a cat. Queen says, my mom is a cat, very rude, mean, and judgmental. Others things no one should say about another human. It's terrible. Yeah, is she a narcissist? Because narcissistic cat women, woo. I cursed out a narcissistic cat woman out. Woo. I'm telling you, she didn't even curse me back. She apologized to me. That's what's really crazy. When I tell her about herself, she would ignore me for months. I stole something. Okay, you see. The truth is, a lot of those people who talk a lot of crap, they can't back it up. They can't, and nobody stops them in their tracks. So it is what it is. Sometimes you have to tell people off, chosen ones. You can't let people just run that game on you. Yes, it is a good relationship with this man, both of you, and you needed to speak your truth. Aw, thank you. Yeah, you know what? I love him. I love him to pieces. I will always love him. I will always remember him. I'm thankful for him. But I think he got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. She's a narc for sure. Yeah, she sounds like that. That's how Capricorn women, they talk a lot. They talk a lot. But the Capricorn narc women, they use their words to, they rule with an iron fist, basically. The hell is that? I'm hearing beeping noises. But yes, just always remember how powerful your words are, chosen one. I'm telling you, I can destroy people. There's been times people have been saying the most disgusting things to me, and I'm just sitting there like, and God is like, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, I can destroy them. I can destroy them right now. And I don't do it. I don't do it. Like, I've learned the magnitude of my words, so but I always think before I speak, and before I said that to my ex, I did think about it. So I don't regret it. I know God was like, girl, why you do that? You know you pissed that boy off. I don't care. Let him be pissed off. He probably like, oh, she'll be asking me. No, it's okay. You could take the gifts back. I don't need the money from you anymore. It's okay. I think sometimes also I think these things happen to detach you from people that they don't need to be in your life. Even though him and I don't have beef, we need to part. Let him go find love somewhere else, some woman who's going to deal with his crap. Well, he probably did already. I don't know if he has a girlfriend. I don't know what he got. But and it's just time for me to part ways, because it's basically like a codependent type of friendship anyway. I need him for physical things, and he needs me for the spiritual, so that's pretty codependent, so just clean house, chosen ones. If not, God will do it. I think he'll speak to me eventually, but I'm okay if we do never speak again, but sometimes you just got to part ways with people. That's all. That's it. But I mean, I knew saying something would impact him, but I didn't know he was going to be that pissed off. That's why I really don't try to get back and forth with people, go back and forth with people. I will have you reevaluate your life. Yeah. Hi, Kat. You late. You late. I'm about to get out of here soon. But yeah. If you have any questions about Chosen One journey or narcissism, my questions are $5 tonight. You can send it to my Cash App, or you can put it on the chat and write out your question on the top. But yeah, I that's something I had to master, because many years ago when I was like in my 20s, guys, I would say the craziest things back to people. I would let people get to me. And I watched that on TikTok. A lot of people be on their lives cursing people out, and they're triggered because they had narcissistic family members and stuff like that. That's why they're triggered. But don't let people bother you like that, because you're going to be bothered your entire life. People are always going to be bothered by your light. That's something you have to just get used to. Like I said, I be laughing. My Zelle and my Cash App and PayPal is going back in the chat just in case you don't see it. Hold on a minute. Let me write this. There was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about. I just can't remember. Damn, what was I wanted to tell y'all about? Did I tell y'all how someone gave me, you said the right man for you, Angelique, would be able to hear your truth. I will hope. Yes. Yeah, that is so true, Lottie. That's another thing. The right lover, right man or woman, for you, chosen one, they're going to be able to take the magnitude of your power. They're not going to be intimidated. They're going to love your light. They're going to want your constructive criticism. They're going to want to heal. They're going to want to see you shining. People is like, oh, just get with another chosen one. It's just like, it's not that easy to just meet chosen one men, or it's not that easy to just meet chosen one women. If you date women, it's not that easy, because I think we're all busy. Most chosen ones are in their house, they're working, they're focused. The only time I'm like really around chosen ones is like when there's certain events that I go to, like artist events, like museums and galleries and festivals, where I'm around, um, energetic people of my spirit, I have to like go to these events to connect with these people. But it doesn't mean that you're going to fall in love with one of them. If you do, you do. But I do believe that it's not easy to come across chosen ones. I don't walk by chosen ones every single day. I don't connect with people all the time who are chosen. You see them online, but even them, it doesn't mean that they want a relationship with you or they want a friendship with you. But that's I'm not really looking. I don't know. I'm not really looking. I'm actually looking for a job. That's what I'm looking for. I've been applying to jobs like crazy. Looking for a part-time job right now. That's what the hell I'm looking for. I ain't really looking for no man. When it comes to love, I don't really look. The men that I've met pursued me pretty much. I don't pursue men. But I also have to feel there's a spiritual connection there. If there's no spiritual connection, if I don't, you know, get a spiritual confirmation from God that this person is cool, then I don't pursue them romantically. I mean, not pursue, I don't, go with the flow romantically, basically. And I don't think chosen ones should. I think it's dangerous to do that because, like I said before, people are always trying to use us for our light. You know what I'm saying? So I date differently now. I'm 40 now. So I date differently than I did when I was in my 20s. Now everything's about alignment. You get what I'm saying? Like everything's about alignment. Even the guy I was telling y'all about, my ex, we were following each other on Instagram for 6 years before he even talked to me in a romantic way. And I think he came into my life to show me something I needed to see. I needed him to show me something I needed at the time. And he also reminded me of my standards, believe it or not. He actually courted me. He invested in me way before he got the cookie. Okay? The cookie, if you know what I mean. So he reminded me of my standards. Like he was like, you deserve the world. Like, I don't mind investing in you. Like, do you know who you are? Like, so people do see your light, hold on. Don't be just, giving it up. Men, don't be giving your drawers up so quickly, or women, don't be giving your cookie up so quickly to people who's not willing to invest in you. A lot of people just want to sleep with chosen ones just to be, just like a notch on their belt. That's all it is, men and women. They watch you. And that's another thing too. People just watch me on TikTok. People just watch me on YouTube and be like, oh, I want her. No, you don't. You don't want me. You just want to feel like you can accomplish me and that's it. You don't really want Angelique. You want the light. You want metaphysical goddess, but you don't want me. So you just got to be careful. And I'm also past the whole lusty thing where I can go long periods of time without dating or sex or kissing or touching. And that's something that chosen ones too have to master. You have to master understanding that it's better to wait for quality. You know what I'm saying? It's just better to wait for quality, pretty much. I have mastered sexual discipline. So if you're a chosen one and you're struggling with that and you keep messing with these peasants, you have to master sexual discipline. And the only way to do that is to abstain. You have to have a celibacy moment. You have to. You have to go cold turkey. You have to stop masturbating if you can. You have to, because that's going to help you on your journey too. Yeah, that's true. that helped me on my journey because it was just men. I like men, but men can conflict with chosen one women, like even women can conflict, it can be a distraction. There's distractions. I'm telling you, it really is. It's like, I'd rather God be like, that's him. There he go. Than for me to keep going through all these men. I don't have the energy for it. I don't have the energy for it. So it's like, I'd rather wait. And if you are gonna date, date. Don't sleep with them. Date. Date means to collect data, chosen one. It don't mean you collecting D's. Okay? It don't mean you gotta collect D's, you gotta collect P's. It's like, date. Get to know people. Let their demons show. Don't hop into bed so fast. Like, so chosen ones have to master that. You have to like be sexually disciplined. Sexual discipline is a must for a chosen one. You have to be, so, I made my mistakes and stuff like that. And, I'm not, I used to be into casual sex years ago, and I'm not into it. I'm not going to say that I don't indulge in it once in a blue, but most of the time when I'm dealing with somebody, it usually lasts for a couple of months, 6 months to a year, or more, but I really started the abstinence celibacy thing back in 2018, I think. I just got disgusted with it. So everybody would have their moment. It started for me back in 2018. I remember I cut all my hose off. I remember I had this one hoe, and he was my hoe for like, I think 6 years or 8 years. And he was a Scorpio. He was like, what you mean you don't want me no more? We've been doing this for years. And I was just like, yeah, it's a wrap. It's over. And he went through his spiritual journey, and now he's been celibate for a long time. Like, we don't really talk, but I see him on social media. So, everyone has to go through that. That is very important. Because think about it, if you having all these sexual partners, or with your sneaky link or whatever, you're not going to be focused. So that is the reason why I am clear-minded a lot, because I'm more clear-minded when I'm not sleeping with somebody. I'm gonna keep it real. It's different if I'm in a relationship and I'm like in a loving relationship, then I flourish more. But if it's just a casual thing, no. Like my last situation, it ended in July. And when I think about it, I'm like, I'm kind of happy I'm not dealing with him, because it was like he was stressing me out. Like, you don't realize how much stress like sexual partners can like give you, because you gotta like care about their feelings. Then they want to disrespect you. You gotta put them in check. Then you gotta go to the doctor. You gotta get tested if you're not even, using condoms. It's like a whole headache. It's too much. Then women gotta worry about pregnancy, and it's just like, why are we doing this? I'd rather God just point my person to me. I don't want to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? I'm going to call you B. How are you? Hopefully you've been behaving yourself. Can you do a live with some of us to tell our stories? Yeah, I think I should do that. I need to use like what you call it. I need to find another program that I could put people on. But yes, that's a good one. You why? Because you want to tell your story? Yeah, you got a very interesting story. Hold on, let me see something. I wonder. I don't think I could do it now. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, definitely I'll do that. But I'll definitely hit you up because you do have an interesting story, and I would like, you to share your story on live. I need to use a different program to where I can like have people come on basically, because TikTok don't have that where I could put multiple people. So I have to probably download the app basically. Good. She posted she's in a relationship and text on my family because I didn't respond. Who cares? She's a loser. Your ex is a loser. But I do hope all of you guys, you know, I hope all of y'all find another chosen one, or you find someone that can love you and accept you for your power. Like they're not going to be intimidated by seeing how the world reacts to you and how God uses you as a gift and as a vessel. You know, that's what I do wish. And I wish that for myself. You know, a lot of people, they're fascinated by our light, but then once they get us in their lives, they can't handle it. That's usually what happens. I attract men who are powerful, who might have jobs, they got good careers, you know, they got things going on for themselves. But as soon as they get around me, they start like trying to belittle me, trying to knock my crown off. I be like, what is going on? And they can have money, they can have the looks, they can have everything going for themselves. But just, I'm telling you, that spiritual power, that spiritual light is more powerful than anything in this world. I'm telling you guys. You know, I used to think like, is that just a man thing? Like every man I come across is like, they just gotta knock me off my crown, like knock me off my throne in order to love me. And it's just like, it's exhausting. So the cycle is exhausting. So I'm just waiting for me to meet someone who's not blinded by my light, basically. And I kind of, and you get used to it, and you're gonna know the difference. You're gonna start feeling it. I can shake a man's hand and tell. Now, I could go on a date with a man and have one conversation with him. I could talk to him on the phone and be like, nope, he ain't gonna be able to handle me. I could tell. It's a certain weakness in people's conversation. There's a certain weakness in people's aura. You can see that they're spiritually weak. They could have the fly car, they could be tall, fine, got money, all that. They could have knowledge just like you, but there's an insecurity that you can see in people's eyes, that you can feel within their aura, that they're not going to be able to handle you. How they respond to how other people view you, it shows. Equally yoked. Exactly. I feel that energy. I know. I even know when people's going to be possessive. They tell on themselves. You just got to really listen to people when they talk, guys. People tell on themselves. I'm letting you know that right now. People always tell on themselves. It's just that you're in that excitement of getting to know the person, that you so badly want that to be a connection. That is why you don't want to believe the things you're hearing and seeing about the people. Yeah, I never knew men could be jealous when I was younger, right? It's just like, it's sad. It's just like, oh, I just want to love him. I just want to get to know somebody, but it is harder to date as a chosen one. And you know, there's this chosen one woman, she's on TikTok. Every time I talk about this, she be like, well, I've been with my man for 25 years. I don't know what kind of man you got. Good for you. I'm not saying that chosen ones can't have love. There are many chosen ones who are married, but I don't know what kind of husband she has. Who says that the kind of husband she has, I want? Maybe her husband lets her walk all over him. I don't know what kind of husband she got. You know, I don't know. I don't know if she's a true chosen one. I don't know her. You know, she's just saying that. I don't know if I'm a true chosen one, you know, but it's just, it's not that you can't find love, but I think that it is harder to find love or come across genuine love when you're a chosen one. That's just my opinion. That's my experience. I'm not saying that I've never had love before. I have, but I can count how many men have loved me. I'm talking about they loved me. They loved my dirty panties, okay? Loved me and invested in me. I can count them on one hand. And I know a lot of other chosen ones, they've never had it before. They've never had it. They've never experienced it, sadly. But there's people out there who aren't chosen ones and they never experienced it either. There's some people who never even had a boyfriend or a girlfriend. There's some people, I have a friend who's in his 30s and he's a virgin. It happens, Yep, that's why. What? Why? Oh, why you have to trust your intuition. Through time, you start to master this. Through time, you'll master. I think in patterns now. I've always think in patterns. I think since I was a child, people's brains are, people's brains are different. I don't know if it's my ADHD. I don't know what it is, but I always pay attention to patterns. He reminds me of so and so, or I pay attention to people's behavior and the things that they're saying, and you just have to listen to people and not just listen with your ears, but listen with your eyes. Pay attention to the behavior of people. Most people, even myself, have a routine. When they go off that routine, that's when you got to watch them even closer. Watch them closely. That's how easy it is. Love my impersonation. So that's just what I do now. I watch people. I even know when people are codependent. I watch people, like when people try to befriend me, I could tell, are they going to be able to handle me being a detached person? I'm a very detached person. I'm not a friend that's going to talk to you every single day. I can talk to my friends maybe twice a month and I'm good. A lot of people don't want that. When you're so spiritually abundant, chosen one, you're going to have people on you like roaches. They're going to be on you like leeches because you have so much to give. It's almost like they feel like you have all that energy to give. You have all that light. You have all that love. Give me, give me, give me, give me. No, you need to feed your damn self. That's why you got to starve these narcs out. You have to starve these demons out and stop feeding them. You can't keep giving your energy to them. They need to do the healing work first. They need to be comfortable within their own aura. These people don't even like being by themselves. They hate themselves so much they can't even be alone. But most chosen ones they like going out by themselves. They'll travel by themselves. If you're in that stage. Not every chosen one is in that stage. Some chosen ones is miserable. Oh God, some chosen ones are so miserable, guys. They're miserable. I used to be a miserable chosen one too. I went through that phase when I was approaching, I think when was I miserable? I was miserable probably after 23 years old, I'll say. After my mom died, I was miserable and I just engulfed myself in partying and drinking and sex, pretty much. But it wasn't until I was maybe 28 is when God was like, all right, it's time for you to stop this mess now. Let's go. You got work to do. Around 28 is when I finally started coming into my power, and I had a lot of spiritual warfare. I tell most of my stories I tell about friends and all this demonic stuff that happened to me was in my 20s or like early, like maybe it stopped around 31, 32, because then I started cleaning up. So a lot of chosen ones, a lot of your experiences are happening. A lot of your spiritual warfare is really the people that's around you. They're bringing it in your life. But at the same time, it's a good thing to go through it, because later on, when you start seeing demons and aliens and all this crazy stuff, you're going to be like, oh, I've seen that already. I saw that 10 years ago. You're going to be more comfortable in that. And the reason why also you go through all those crazy things that are happening to you, or even right now, if you're going through a lot of crazy shit, it's really like boot camp. It's like you're in God's army. You're in boot camp right now. If you have a lot of spiritual warfare, a lot of bad friends, a lot of bad lovers, all these crazy things happen, you're in boot camp. You're in spiritual boot camp. And God is watching you to see, okay, they're strong in that area, they're weak in this area, and you're learning your lessons. And later on, you use that to help people. You use that to get through other situations you're going to come across in your life. So none of this is in vain, but you can control it some by cutting these people off. When I think about all the crazy demonic things that I've been through, you know why I went through that stuff? Because I had all these crazy people around me. I was hanging out with demons. I was sleeping with demons. That's why I went through that stuff. So you're letting people feed off your energy and leech off of you. And that's the reason why you're having all these crazy things. And God is looking at you like, I told you to cut him off. You keep going back to him. I told you to cut her off. All right. But then sometimes when it gets really bad, God will just snatch your ass up. I feel it's better for you to cut them off yourself than to let God cut it off, because when God cuts them off, it's more painful. That's just my opinion. Yes, the older I get, the more intuitive I get. And you also get more intuitive too, because you start to trust yourself, because you went through so much hell. People be like, how are you so confident in yourself? Because I trust myself. I remember when I was going through crazy stuff and my intuition did not fail me. I remember when I was going through crazy things and God came in and helped me. My ancestors came in and helped me. My angels came in and helped me. That's why I'm so confident in God. That's why I'm so confident in myself. And people don't like this about you, chosen one. You know how many people be like, you think you right all the time and you don't know everything. And you're like, even on my TikTok, it's even my own mutuals, guys. It's even my own mutuals who be they'll come in my comments and be like, yeah, you right, but it do be like this too. Yeah, you right, but they always want to, even other chosen ones be trying to, or spiritual ones be trying to prove chosen ones wrong, or they want to like chop you down. It happens to even me still. It's just like, why are you following me if every time I post a video you want to like add your 2 cents, or you want to like, people are always trying to what's the word, downgrade the chosen one. They try to belittle you. They try to humble, there you go, they try to humble you. They're always trying to humble you. They don't do it to anybody else. They don't be going to other people's pages doing that. There's something about your spirit. They know you hold that authority. They know you hold weight, spiritual weight. So they try to humble you because they don't possess that. That's another thing. A lot of people hate me because when they say something, it don't hold no weight. But when I say something, it holds weight. They don't like that. They can have more followers, more money, more family, more friends, but they can't get people's attention. Nobody believes them. When I speak, people believe me. When they speak, it goes in one ear, out the other. They don't like that. They notice that about you, chosen one. That's why. And sometimes people, you have to understand, people who have more than you, they could be like, why are they listening to this person? They not listening to me. Why? What is it about them? That's why they react to you that way. That's why every time you speak, it could even be something small, like you could be talking about food or a club, or the game that's on, and they'll try, no, it ain't like that, it's like this, and everyone's looking like, what the hell's wrong with them? They go so hard on you. They pay close attention to you, so you trigger people pretty much. But this is something else you have to just get used to. He said, damn. Yeah, I feel like I'm a life coach in training. I already started living in my purpose. Good. Awesome, London. Yes, I love it. Um, I love it. I love it. Like doing the life coaching thing. I need to. I don't want to call myself a life coach. Really, I just feel like I'm like a spiritual advisor. I kind of want to change my title to spiritual advisor. I don't really want to call it coaching anymore. Um, I just give spiritual advice. That's it. It's like our job to take in the information, and everybody's story and situation is unique. Because you could have two clients that come to you, London, and they got the same story, but God is telling you to tell them something completely different, So that's why I look at it more like it's spiritual advising, so to say. But then again, yeah, I guess that is coaching too. But a lot of people won't listen. A lot of people just want validation of what they already want to do. Once in a blue moon, I get a client that actually wants to heal, that actually wants the truth. But most people, I feel, that book with me, they just want validation of what they already feel, or what God already told them pretty much. Yes, I love when you keep it real and raw. But I just what time is it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get off here soon. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. Don't forget to send me donations, guys, okay? Your girl is struggling out here in these spiritual streets. I need donations, all right? My phone bill's due in a couple of days, and I don't want my phone cutting off because then you can't see me unless I get on Wi-Fi. All right. I'm leaving my Cash App in my Zelle and PayPal again in the chat. But I hope I gave y'all some gems tonight. But I just want y'all to stay focused on your calling. If you're chosen one and you're in this chat and you don't know your calling yet, let that be your homework. I want you to, here's the advice for you. Figure out what you're good at, because that could be the answer to your calling, right? So for me, I started out as a hairstylist, right? I wanted to be an actress, and my mother laughed in my face and said, "You're not going to be an actress. You're going to be a hairstylist, because an actress isn't a real job." And I was just like, what? Yeah, I really wanted to be an actress. I used to watch old films. You see why I'm so animated and why I make all these faces, because I used to actually practice as a child in the mirror, how to laugh, how to do facial expressions, all of that stuff, right? And my mom said, no, you're not going to be a actress. You're going to be a hairstylist. And because I started doing hair like 8 years old. By 15, I had hair clients, people coming to my house, paying me to do their hair. By 18, I went to beauty school. So for many years, I did hair. But while I was doing hair, God was training me, because what happens when you're doing hair? Everybody want to tell you their business, right? So I'm going to people's house. All these women was telling me all their business about their family, about their friends, about their husband. I knew everybody's business. There'll be times when clients would be on me crying. I'm rocking them and praying with them. Sometimes I would leave after praying with my clients. So that was my training. Years later, I'm about 28, around 28. I'm standing on a corner talking to a friend, and she looks at me and she says, I think you're a life coach. And I laugh in her face, and I'm like, I'm not no life coach. I will never be a life coach. What the hell am I doing now? Okay. So that's how I found out my calling. But I did keep that in the back of my mind. 2015 came, and God was like, make a YouTube channel. And I'm like, make a YouTube channel? Why the hell would I do that? I ended up making a YouTube channel. I was doing wig reviews at first, and then God said, no, you got to do videos about narcissism. One day I walk into my house, a book by Sam Vaknin, I think that's how you pronounce his name, fell off the bookshelf in my house. And it was a book about narcissism. And that's how the journey began. I know that sounds like a crazy story, but that's how it begins. So start with what you're good at. Whatever people point out to you, maybe people love your cooking. Maybe you're going to connect with people through your cooking. Maybe you're good at fixing cars. Maybe your clients are going to connect to you spiritually through you fixing cars. It could really be that simple. You may not be a politician. You may not be Malcolm X. You feel me? You may not be a millionaire. You may not be the next Oprah. It starts off like that. Find out what you're good at. Another thing that helped me too is spending time alone and going places. Like I started traveling by myself in like 2016. You know, some of you don't have the money yet. I ain't got no money right now to travel, but when I did have money at once upon a time, I started traveling, because when you travel and you meet different people from different worlds, you're going to see yourself in a different view than you do like if you're in America or wherever you're at. And you're going to start connecting to other people on your travels. You're going to be connecting with the most powerful spiritual people. You're going to be meeting other chosen ones. You're going to be meeting other people who need your message. So through your travels, God will use you on your travels. Another thing is study. I can't express this. This is very important. Reading the Bible, cool, but you got to read other books too, guys. You can't just read the Bible. Everything is not in the Bible. It's not. Like when I got into herbs, all the herbs are not in the Bible. God led me one night. I woke up 3:00 in the morning and the TV was on. My grandmother had them old-fashioned big back wooden TVs. You know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all kind of young. It's like the old-fashioned TV with the big bubble screen and a big wood around it. That TV cut on, and there was a program on there talking about herbs. And that's how I got into herbs, and that helped me heal a lot of my PCOS, my wound issues. You know, so there's going to be different ways that God talks to you. You have to pay attention to this. Pay attention. Read other books. Watch documentaries. Just expand your mind. You know, when I was 15, I used to live across the street from a library. There was a reason why God had me move to an apartment that was across the street from the library. So while my friends was playing in boys' faces at 15, I was sitting in the library floor, sucking up the AC during the summertime, and I would read books on everything, you know, the occult, religion, self-help books. I would read books on self-love, everything, you name it. So read and study. Like I'm telling you, expand your mind. That's how you find out what your calling is. And then the more time you spend with yourself, that's when God will be able to talk to you, because when you're surrounded by all these men and all these women, God cannot get through to you. You cannot hear God speaking to you and telling you what's the next thing to do. We're living in a time where we're going to see a lot of crazy things. We already know the government just announced the aliens and all this bullshit. You don't know what they got planned. I know you're busy. You're like, oh, I just want to work and just pay my bills. That's how desensitized people really are, that they don't care. They just focus on paying bills. We are literally out here struggling, trying to pay bills. And we're like, oh, yeah, aliens, whatever. A lot of things are about to happen. And the only way that you're going to know what to do next is God's going to talk to you. You can't come. There's going to be a day you're gonna come on YouTube and it's not gonna be no YouTube. It's gonna be a day that you're gonna try to sign on TikTok or Instagram and Twitter. It's gonna be gone. They're gonna shut all this shit down. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna be able to type in and reach me. You gonna try to email me and my email gonna be shut off. So this is the reason why I want you chosen ones to please tap in with yourself. If you are isolated, it's for a reason. You need to know who you are. Okay. Your calling may not even be that drastic and big. You know what I'm saying? Your calling could be you just being a baker. but try to find out what your calling is. Like, it's like you running out of time almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know when we all dying, but I'm just saying, figure it out now. That's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be busy smoking and drinking and sexing and partying, even if you're young. Unfortunately, you came into the planet at the end. Okay? It sucks, but that's just what it is. But that's how I found out. It was nobody, even I laughed. God did send somebody to tell me I was a life coach, and I laughed in her face. So even there's people who told you you're calling, you laughed in their face. The best way to find out is through relationship with God and relationship with self. That's how it works. So when people are like on TikTok or emailing me, what's my calling? I don't know you. You know you. You got to find out your calling. That's how the journey works. Some of you will have people who can tell you, and this is another reason why a lot of chosen ones will go to psychics or they'll try to get a reading, and God won't allow it. God will not let that psychic or that tarot card reader be able to read you, because God wants you to come to him, make the connection, because when you have to do spiritual things, spiritual assignments, God is going to be speaking through you internally. You're not going to go to your mailbox and it's a letter there and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, God emailed me today or mailed me my next assignment. No, God's going to be talking to you telepathically. You get it, guys? Okay. I'm rambling. You said, wow, that's deep. I know I was talking so fast. Yes, I love to learn, but I'm also addicted to my phone. And that's another thing. Whatever you're addicted to, try to overcome that. Like one of my addictions used to be food. I used to eat emotionally and I had to overcome it. I still am a snacker, which y'all know I had weight loss surgery, so I had to stop all of that. I've lost 85 pounds, still got a lot more to go. I want to lose like maybe 60 more. But whatever is your demon, we all got demons now. I ain't saying you are a demon, but we all have demons. We all have things that we're battling with. The quicker you face those demons, the quicker you get over those addictions, the closer you will get to your calling. The more comfortable you will be in your chosen one walk. That's why I'm more comfortable now, because I had to face my demons. I had to overcome addictions too. When I was in my 20s, I used to be a sex addict. Could you imagine? Y'all better not say, yeah, I can, okay? I actually used to, when I was like, I lost my virginity at 19, and by 21, I had a sex addiction. So I have overcame that, and I used to suffer with chronic depression, and I am going through some depression right now because of my, financial issues and me not wanting to be in America anymore. I think we all are suffering with depression, but once you overcome those demons, it's a lighter journey. It's not easy, but it's easier than before. Okay. These things will keep knocking on your soul. It's going to keep bothering you guys. I'm telling you. And you're going to feel exposed, because while you're going through these challenges, people are always watching you because you're chosen. And it makes you feel like shit, because internally you're not right and you're going through things, but yet people still look up to you. And that's the reason why it's sad. It's like you have to overcome these addictions yourself, or, overcome those demons in order to be the blueprint. And I know you get tired, like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be the blueprint. I don't want nobody watching me. Like I said, if you feel like you can't handle it, pray and ask God to remove that calling if you feel like you don't want to be a chosen one anymore. But I'm telling you, I would rather do it than not do it. That's my advice. All right, I'm at 2 hours. That is enough. Oh my God, what y'all saying in here? Okay, y'all not saying anything. Is anybody have any questions before I get out of here? Okay. Oh, thank you. I didn't even know you were in here, Joe. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you for the Cash App. Anybody have any questions? No? All right. I think I said enough tonight. Thank you for joining my live. Hopefully, um, you will take all this information and apply it to your life. You know, it don't gotta be all that serious. It's serious, but you still can have fun. Okay, you still can enjoy your life. Don't think that just because you're chosen, you can't make mistakes. You can make mistakes. You can have human experiences. You can go through certain things in life. Okay, don't beat yourself up. Don't forget to donate if you can when you get off the chat. If you need a phone session with me, guys, I do phone sessions. It's $20 for 30 minutes, $40 for 1 hour. Email me. All that information will be in the comment section when I sign out. And you could just book a session if you want to talk about narcissism, chosen one journey, spiritual experiences, anything, as long as it's kosher. Sometimes people just don't have nobody to talk to, and you can book me just to talk because you just need someone to talk. Sometimes people just book me to girl talk about men, talk about women, anything like that. So blessings to you all. Have an amazing week. I don't think I'll be back on in September, so y'all probably will see me in October. All right. So enjoy the rest of your September. And as usual, you'll still see my videos that I put on from TikTok on here. All right, guys. Love you. Stay safe. Stay spiritually protected. And I'll talk to you soon.